Hello, guys. I stumbled upon Quendya's video. I think he is on the right track on how the future could look like in BDO. He has a proposal of a game mode for BDO. I actually like it, so I'll try and react to the video and let's see where it takes us and listening on this.
Thing from
Listening on this.
thing from you is that make this video is hype because in the description part of the video you will be able to find the link for server MENA forum and for EU forum. I will just post this there in EU forum also, and let me know what you think in this forum. Just upvote this one. I believe that my haters, even if they like this topic, they will downvote it. It's not important. I want to see your hypes about this, amazing game mode. This is a game mode from
I kind of agree. Like, react to it, download, upvote, anything, because at this point the game is yeah, it's lacking content. If it's either changing old content or adding like proper new content, like this blue battlefield, I don't know what to say about it. I'm not super hyped about it, but I'm trying to stay positive. So I'm yeah, let's just keep watching and hear what he has to say.
other games. You probably see this one, but I just think about it and I implement it in into video. Let's read it together, and you guys will just also understand what I'm talking about. We all know that video is lacking proper contents. To address this, I want to
Yeah, it's basically what I just said. Like, we are, especially the in-game players, are lacking content. For all the new players, if you're watching this, I feel like you have a lot of content to do. Don't try and rush the in-game. There's no need to, right? Like, most of the fun content is either capped or have balanced gear to choose, like Arena has, right? So the only thing that's gonna happen by you chasing in-game and gear rather than fun and exploration is that you will just end up grinding a new zone or a new pack or a new tower, or it's just a repeat of what you're doing, just different new spots that makes more money. But your gear is also gonna cost a lot more money to upgrade, right? So it's just a repeat, right? Some people refer to it as the hamster wheel. I don't believe in the hamster wheel because I feel like you're locking your own mind onto the hamster wheel. I do agree, however, that we are lacking some proper like in-game content. It's time to give it to us.
propose an amazing, simple, and fun game idea. Okay? Whatever suggestions you see in this topic already exist in the game as mechanics. So I'm talking about that they can implement this into the game. So there is no reason to not implement this content to re-energize, to hype, to create hype in the game. I'll do my best to create more ideas like this. There will be more ideas like this. At the very last, I'll do my part as a content creator and try to reach our developers.
Yeah, exactly what he says. I feel like it's our job as content creators to, one, help new players, and two, try and reach the developers, because we are the ones that really get all the opinions of the player base, the honest opinions, or negative or positive. So, and I feel like that is our secondary job, is to try and help improve the game, right? And it's important. I'm not big enough, but it's important that they listen to the bigger content creators when it comes to these things, especially because it's supposed to be a sandbox MMO and not a theme park one. And in a sandbox, I think it's a lot more important to listen to the community. Uh, I also feel like we need to stop all this dooming and actually be more constructive and come up with what Quendya is doing here. Actually giving examples and like showing what it could be, and be productive and constructive about it instead, and rather than just be like, oh, what the fuck, you know. Let's get rid of that mentality together and start yeah, helping people like Quendya reach their goals in terms of improving the game.
do my part. If you do your part, and at the end of the day, our developers, decide to not just bring this or these type of contents in the game, PvP, PvE mix type of creative content that can hype game, it will be their decision and their mistake. At that moment when we quit the game, when they cry behind of us, they will be say that this, okay? So we're trying our best. The simple explanations about the game mode. 1. This game mode will have application method, 10 minutes before the event starts, a UI will appear on your screen indicating that you can apply for this content. We already have similar mechanics in-game for RBF and AOS. So coding this one will be simple. This game mode will be 30 minutes and also 10 minutes for application, by the way.
I feel like it's a good idea to have a timer on it. If 30 minutes is the answer, I don't know, but it should be more than just like in and out, right? So 30 minutes is probably a good idea. I also feel like there should be like a prep period, especially if it's randomized teams where people can talk to each other and just come up with a plan on how to do the game mode.
There will be two teams, Team A and Team B. The game will choose players from the applicants with those 10 minutes. Each team should have a party of 5 players. When the game selects players, priority will go to Shy. It will first try to place one Shy in each team. If there is no Shy, then normal teams can be created. A team shouldn't have duplicated classes like in AOS. So class diversity will not be heavily influenced by the
So duplicate classes, I agree, but to a certain extent here. The shy, 100%. Like max one shy per team. But I also feel like they should involve the wizards and witches, and it should involve like Valkyries and stuff. Um, I feel like it's gonna be hard if you don't want to duplicate like at least some classes. I don't think it's a problem to have like, let's say, one shy, one wizard, two Dark Knights and a Striker, for example. I don't feel like that's going to be a huge issue. However, I feel like it is going to be an issue if one team has Shy, Wizard, Valkyrie, and two like raw DPS classes, and the other team just have 5 raw DPS classes, right? Because there was only one Shy, one Wizard, and one Valkyrie. So at least the hybrid support and the full support Shy, I feel like these at least needs to be sort of balanced out on both the teams.
meta itself. These teams will respawn in their assigned rooms when the game starts. Each team will proceed through their path, but they will see
So he's talking about that when they spawn in. This is where I wanted like a prep period, like let's say a 3-minute prep period or 2-minute prep period or whatever. It also allows people to reconnect if somebody disconnected. So yeah, I feel like this is fine.
each other. They will not see each other. Sorry, I have to fix this part. They will not see each other. Each side will have.
I'm not sure if they should see each other. I don't know how that would be, but I feel like coming up with a plan and interacting with each other is a good idea. So just showing in the middle of your screen the same AOS does, where you see what classes the enemy has, I feel like actually could be a good idea, and not just hide everything. He will talk about hiding names and shit afterwards, but we will see in a moment. I feel like that's a good idea, but the classes should be yeah, because people, once it starts, right, people, there needs to be some kind of strategy people can come up with. Oh, you want to focus this guy or that guy or whatever, right? So I feel like at least we should be able to see the classes in the prep time.
3 different rooms filled with mobs and must defeat all enemies to progress the next room. Team coordination is the key to clear the rooms quickly. This way, they will reach the final and common room. This is the boss room. The 4th room will be larger than the first 3 rooms and contain the strong boss. And I just, asked to ChatGPT.
How strong the boss is, like it needs, um, I feel like it needs mechanics and it needs to be tanky enough that one team can't simply just tear it apart in like a few seconds. So, but also it has to be not so strong that it will just run around and one-shot people and it will become more of a PvE fights. The hybrid idea is great, but we have to be a bit careful here on how. But this is up to Perlibis. The idea is not bad. The idea is great, but this is on Perlibis on balancing this part.
give that paragraph and give me some kind of thing, and it just created this one. Just ignore this, it's not important how it looks. This is just a diagram to just show it. You will start here, you go like this, for example, to the boss room, you go like this to the boss room, or can be in the middle part, it's not important. There will
Yeah, so I agree. Like he's trying to say that we should, for example, start here, go here, go here, go here, or start here, go here, go here. It doesn't matter. The point is that you clear every room one by one, and then you go to the boss room. If we should be allowed to do like crossovers and it's just 4 different rooms, I don't know. Again, this is on parallel base. I feel like it would be a good idea to change the monster types per room. So this could be like demi-humans. This could be like I don't know, Camasylvia, and this could be Adania or whatever. I don't know, like anything. Maybe Adania is a push, like depending on what player base you're aiming at. I don't feel like you want to aim at the end game. I also don't feel like you want to aim at the early game. So you probably want to balance around mid game players and upwards. I don't feel like this is a game mode that should be like available straight away. It could be like capped, right, in gear, or so like mid game like 350 AP or 330 AP, or maybe just average out the AP on both teams and let people play with their own gear. But I don't feel like this should be for new beginners. This should be, but it should also not be gated behind like super in-game players. I feel like
be safe location, for example, for yourself. In that safe location, no one will be able to touch you. Whenever Team A reach the boss room, for example, first, they will be able to kill the boss, and they will be able to obtain the winning reward and also the boss loot. And let's say the Team B is slow, they couldn't just reach the boss room, they only got the participation reward. By the way, the participation reward also be good. And at the end of the day, for example, Team A is just killing it. At 20% of the HP of the boss, Team B arrived. Team B will just start to disturb Team A, and they have to fight against each other. And there will be organic PvP. 5 versus 5 is a good content, isn't it? So your team needs to be good at PvE at the same time to be good at this.
So when it comes to this PvP, I feel it's a really good idea. I do, however, feel like the boss needs to be really tanky, but not like we shouldn't be able to abuse the boss to kill the enemy team. So make the boss tanky and mechanical, like with a lot of CCs or whatever, but don't make it like one-shot players left and right. And then on top of that, I was about to say, I forgot. Sorry. So once you reach this boss room, we need to be very careful on the balancing on the teams, because when you're 5 versus 5, you can stay alive for quite a time if it's a really super coordinated team here. So I feel like some diminishing returns based on time, right? So that every 30 seconds people lose 10% of their HP or whatever. I don't know how to do that, but either way, that needs to be so it doesn't end up with teams that can just like go at each other forever and ever. There needs to be an end to it, right? So yeah, which is again like, let's say you lose 10% HP every 1 minute or whatever, down to like 50%, or the room gets smaller and smaller, or yeah, whatever, anything. But we need to be careful here how it's done.
Game mode, and also they have to be good at the PvP also. So this game mode is a hybrid mode. On the other hand, let me think. Let's say that Team A killed 50 people from Team B 50 times. They killed it. Team B will be kicked from the game, and the winner will be Team A.
Okay, so he wants like some kind of respawn mechanics because he says kill them 50 times. I feel like maybe put it as each team only has so many revives, or I don't know. Again, this is on Pelabis. I would consult like some of the like top players on how to do this. Yeah, bring in a team of some of the better players and try and figure out
They
game
will
modes
get
like
winning
this.
rewards, and they will have additional duration to kill the boss in that room, 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes, they will be able to kill it. No worries about that. Let's say that Team A is a dominant team, Team B is a weak team, but Team B not allow the Team A is reached to 50 kills. They go in, poke them, come back. They go in, come back. So if no one...
Yeah, so this problem he says here is exactly why I wanted a mechanic that like making the room smaller and smaller and smaller, which is also why the boss shouldn't one shot. So it could just do like some CCs or go into like a sleep state or whatever. I don't know, but then make the room smaller and smaller and kind of push the fight, right? And that guy, so we don't end up with these cheese tactic
kills the
mechanics.
boss, no one will be able to obtain the boss reward. Whoever deals more damage to the boss, they will obtain the boss reward. Everyone in the team, it all includes these mobs. These mobs will have their own loots for each player, like in party loots, like in Deki.
I also agree with this. I feel like participation rewards should only be given when you make it through these rooms, and then there's an extra reward on who wins the boss room. While on top of this, we need to be careful that we don't get these bots that just go in and AFK here, and we also need to be careful that we don't end up with people that just like cheese the mechanics
Olum,
here.
you have your own loot, isn't it? It will be same for these mobs also. So for the boss, it will be same for also. But if you kill the boss, your team kill the boss, and if you loot the boss, you will get your own reward. Simple. It's a team, system in the game, isn't it? The other part, let's say that Team A is a dominant one, is killing the boss, but they couldn't reach the 50 kill, and Team B is not allowing them to reach 50 kill. These team then stop poking them. Let's say that while they're poking, the HP of the boss is like 0.001, and the last hit being done with the Team B. So Team B will get the winner reward, Team A get the participation reward, but Team A also get the boss reward because they dealt the biggest damage to the boss, but they lost because the winner also will be.
Yeah, so um the way I would do this is like kind of make the boss take like 90% less damage while the PvP is going on, and then make the room smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, right? So we force the PvP before anyone can actually kill the boss or cheese it in this way. I don't think necessarily like 50 kills or whatever is necessary. It could just be like each team has 10 respawns or I don't know, but at least make a mechanic that doesn't allow people. Also, we don't want people to just go in here and be like, "Yo, if we hit the boss kind of equal, we get equalized rewards." No, rewards should only be given to those that kill the boss. So, but we also need to be careful. Again, I'm just repeating myself here. Be very careful that this mechanic don't get cheesed out by players.
Defined by the last hit, whoever just did the boss. So these complications will bring a spice. It will just create some kind of spice of things. Each team needs to be wake up. They have to be careful. Maybe the team A will decide to not attack the boss, and they will wait until at the end of the situation, and they will just get the only participation reward. Sorry, the winning reward, and this team.
Yeah, again, the more he talks, the more I'm convinced that the room needs to get smaller. While the PvP happens, give the boss like a 99% damage reduction, but it will, however, still do some CC mechanics, so people cannot just hide in a corner. It will push people out of position or something, right? Which end up pushing them into each other.
Will just get the participation reward. That's the idea. I believe you understand it. So let's read the other things. Like I said, this is just created by AI. Don't care about it.
Yeah. I see a lot of content creators get hated on because they did something with AI. There's a difference between automaticized AI content and using the AI to speed up. Like, he could do this on his own. He's skilled enough to do this on his own, right? But it might take him 2 hours to draw this out and craft this whole visual idea for you. Then using AI where he gives it commands and then he's done in 10 minutes. And you should be happy about this because it allows Quendya to push more content for you guys, which is what you want, right? The more content he pushes, the more relevant he becomes. The more relevant he becomes, there's a higher chance Perlibis will listen to him. I'm not saying they will, but there's a higher chance. And the more you upvote or downvote, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're reacting to it, it's great. Not reacting is the worst thing you can do when you have people like him that I know he puts a lot of effort into this game and into content. I've seen a lot of what he's been doing. So yeah. Comment, dislike, like, it doesn't matter, but react if you are looking for more content that is relevant to the game.
details can show different things. If one team reaches the boss before the other, they will have the chance to defeat it and earn special rewards in it. If both teams meet before either kills the boss, they must engage in PvP combat. Whichever team reaches 50 kills first will eliminate the other team from the room, causing them to lose. The winning side will then have an additional 5 minutes before the room ends, allowing them to kill the boss and claim the loot. If none of the teams reach 50 kills within 30 minutes, the teams with the highest score will receive the winning rewards but won't be able to kill the boss. Each side can remain passive even if they lose the fight, but they must prevent the dominant team from killing the boss. If dominant team tries to kill the boss, the other team can stop them using the PvP option. The other side, on the other hand, the winner will be decided by whoever lands the last hit on the boss. For example, the dominant team might.
I'm not sure I agree with the final blow. I feel like the boss rooms should be more about who actually wins the PvP, gets the boss, right? And then the boss kind of. But yeah, that's just me. There are many good ideas out there. To say mine is better than his is blasphemy at some points, right? But I'm 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 on par with him.
Reduce the HP of the boss to the 0.001%, but if the weaker team delivers the final blow, the last hit, they will win the game. They will get the winning rewards. The dominant team will still receive the boss loots, but they will not be able to get winning rewards, but participant rewards.
Okay, so the dominant team will get the loot, but the last hit will get the winning reward. Okay. I mean, I don't know what to say about that. I have pros and cons on that. Uh, Again, this will just be nitpicking at that point, right? There are many ways to do it. The main goal is to make sure that people don't end up cheesing this. Oh, if we get the last hit, we will allow you to get the win or whatever. Just make sure that we can't cheese each other, which is why I like to go back to like you can call it kindergarten state, where as I proposed, right, just give the boss a huge damage reduction, and in both ways, like it does no damage and it does not really take damage, but it will still do a lot of like CCs or mechanics around that will interrupt the PvP a bit, and then make the room smaller and smaller with time. This way, you will always know kind of what to expect, and you will be forced to PvP, and there will not be this cheesing
system adds
around.
some extra layer of excitement to the final battles. This is some kind of proper way to explain what I try to explain on the diagram to you. Other rules and details, I'm still trying to improve this part. You also can say about this. This game mode will be available twice a day, once in the morning and once at prime time. And the morning one, 10:50 a.m. starting times for applications, 11 a.m. starting for the game mode. And next 30 minutes you will fight. Evening, 10 to
Yeah, this I don't agree with. I don't agree with gated content at all. Not in a game like BDO. I don't want gated content. If I wanted gated content, I would play World of Warcraft like I used to. I'm not a fan of gated content.
20 p.m. starting time for applications, 10:30 p.m. starting time for the game, and until 11 p.m. you will fight. This game mode should have different gear level caps. We already have.
But I do think he does this because he's afraid that the content will be dead, and the new players will see it as dead content or whatever because there's not enough players around or whatever. So in this regard, so yeah.
3 different caps in the game, isn't it? Low tier, mid tier, and uncapped. Easy cap, which is low cap. This cap should be around the lowest node war stats. Currently is Balanos and Serendia. It should also has the H.
Yeah, so I already talked about this. I don't know if it's a good idea to do too many caps. Maybe remove the easy cap, or I don't know. Like just, I think what Perlabis needs to do right now is to focus a lot on getting new players in and making the game as more new beginner friendly, while providing content for the in-game players and not make them feel like it doesn't matter what they do anymore. Like at this point, they just keep playing the game because they've done so for the last 10 years. I feel like there's not much to do for the in-game players.
HP cap. Mid-tier cap, this cap should be around the mid-level node war stats, currently Medaya and Valencia. It should include the HP cap also. The no cap, the uncap, this mod should have minimum AP DP requirements set to 360 AP and 450 DP. This should be like really high AP, like AP DP requirement, and the rewards
Yeah, so the no cap one, there's a balance on this because he wanted to balance the shy. I said wizard and Valkyries as well, so he only wants balance shy and then no duplicates. I would want shies, wizard, and Valkyries, for example, to be, and then allow duplicates of everything else pretty much. But I also feel like there should be, if it's a no cap mode, there should be like an average APDP on both teams. Like it should average it out. So maybe one team has like a giga chat, right? Then there should be like more two mediocre players below where um, the other team has like three, 4 players above average, right? Like so the AP. But again, then now you are making a lot of criteria on how to join the game, how many can join, and it might end up becomes more trouble making the matchmaking, which is something we have to keep in mind with matchmaking in general, guys. I know some people are complaining about AOS, but you have to be realistic as well, right? I don't agree with having duplicate classes on AOS because it's only 3 versus 3. So, but there's also this like how many players are signing up and how many because it will be an automated system, right? There's not a person sitting behind. Oh, I match these people with these people, and the more rules you give an automated system, the longer the queue time. So you want this perfect queue matchmaking kind of thing, but that will only result in longer queue times, and then you will complain about long queue times. So let's also be realistic here on what we should do.
Will be better, of course. If someone get disconnected, he should be able to join the room again when he connects if the room's still active. None of the players should see their teammate's name, In game, some people may dislike each other, and to prevent any griefing,
Yeah, I completely agree with this. We shouldn't be able to see each other's names. I think that's a good idea because it it avoids toxicity, and there's no reason to see the name. You just need to see the classes, so that's fine, right? So yeah, but if that's also why he probably doesn't want duplicate because it's going to be hard to refer to people if there are 3 berserkers in one team. Berserker, do this, right? But what berserker are you talking to? So again, we need to be careful how we set this up.
you shouldn't be able to see your teammate's name. Player's name can simply display their class names, such as Guardian, Dracania, Ninja, Knuchi, etc. Each
But it could be if you allow duplicate chat, like you could just call it Guardian One, Guardian Two, and highlight their names with visible colors. So yeah,
players in the game mode should appear as if they're wearing the desert camouflage. This will also prevent people from recognizing each other through their cosmetics. In the final room, you shouldn't be able to see your opponent's name either. Their name should appear as anonymous enemy, like in Arsha Anonymous. They will also look
I don't think they should appear as Animus enemy. Should just be appearing as Guardian One. I also agree with that. Everyone should just be wearing the same costume in this game mode. That's fine by me. Maybe it's a bit of a stretch, but I mean it's okay.
like they're wearing desert camouflage, ensuring no one recognizes each other. Rule number 4, 5, and 6 will help prevent any form of griefing or win trading. Everyone will play their best and try to win with their team. To participate in this game mode,
That was also what I was afraid about earlier in the boss room, right? That people will just kind of agree to who does what, and then both teams get better rewards, so they don't take chances, right? So one gets the win reward and one gets the loot drop or whatever. We don't want this to happen whatsoever.
players should use certain common in-game items. This method ensures that some items' demands remain consistently fresh in the market. For example, the uncapped version of this game mode, players must submit
I feel like unless you make it like AOS gear, I feel like people should be allowed to use whatever they sort of want with some limitation. But it's either not or fully allow it. Right? There's also some strategy to what type of monsters are in the room and the boss and everything and what consumable you use is. But again, Paralabyss needs to limit the amount. They're already doing a great job, I feel like, from like way back in the day where we had to use 30 elixirs and whatnot. So now there are like these cron meals. We had to do food rotations, right? Every 30 minutes we would pop a new food to get like a 3 or 4 food buff rotation. So yeah, that was pretty
For
crazy.
example, like 5 Herald crystals and 5 crystals at end time, or 1 base Deborah accessory. For the mid cap, players must submit 3 Essence of Down or 100 Kafra stone. Or for the low capped version, players must submit 50 Kafra stone or maybe some Blackstone. Who knows? For rewarding this part, these all are just, some theory, or these are my creations for video. Our developers, if they want to just change it, they can change it. This game mode should provide players with real.
His idea with entry mode currency or whatever, I think it's fine, but maybe take some of the high value items that there are billions of in the game that is not like whatever. I don't know if it's necessary or not, but I mean this is already relevant currencies, so maybe take some of the higher value currencies that are not relevant anymore or don't do this at all. I don't feel like it's necessary, but yeah.
Good and up-to-date rewards. My suggestion is to grant large silver rewards along with some gold bars from the first 3 rooms and the final boss. Additionally, mobs could have a chance to drop the work accessories up to dual level. I'm talking about the normal mobs, not the boss. The final boss should have a very low chance to drop rare in-game items such as Garmod's Heart, Wells Heart, a Tet Black Star selection box, a Tetka selection box, a 10k Kronstone box, and what people wanted to see in my chat, 100,000 Agris Fever regeneration item, and a splendid alchemist.
So here his rewards, I don't know. I have no idea because I don't understand the economy fully. It's very confusing. I just try and grind whenever I want to, or make life skilling, or most of the time I'm one of those players that mainly just explore the game, learn about the game, research the game because I find that fun. Um, so but yeah, you need someone who really understands what is missing in the game, what is too much of, what like I made a video on a positive constructive feedback, and I love when other content creators do this as well because we are giving examples of what we want and not just complaining, and that is the most and best. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but can we all agree to stop the dooming and negativity? I understand the frustration, I really do, but it's not productive. There frustration and negativity is never productive whatsoever. So do me a favor, if you react to either my video of this or you go to his video or his post or whatever, if you do write something negative about it, at least do it in a constructive way where you come up with why this is a problem and what you should do instead, right? Stop looking for problems, look for solutions, okay? But if we all can do that as communities and get behind it and show Perlibis that we are united behind solutions and not problems, like just whining does nothing. Eventually they will either just ignore us and then your solution will become, oh, we just quit BDO, and then they will learn the hard way. We are the players, we decide, right? Sure, we do, but um, if we just complain, then yeah. I talk about this a lot, and it might sound negative when I do that, but trust me, it comes from a good place, and it's not healthy for you as a human being either to be in this mentality. I've seen it over and over the past 20 years. People that get stuck in this mentality, they're not happy and they eventually burn out, or like it translates to life as well. So just think constructive and positive. Yeah, okay, but
Selection box. The winning team should receive a Node War buff for the next 12 hours, matching the game's mod AP cap. If you're in low
I don't know if this is necessary, but whatever.
AP, the winning AP you will get. If you're in the mid AP, you will get the mid AP Node War rewards. And if you're in the uncap, if you win for the next 12 hours, you will get the Node War buff for yourself. The losing side should also receive fair and encouraging rewards. Even if players lose, they shouldn't feel discouraged, but rather motivated for participating in this game mode. There should be seal reward, and people should be able to exchange
So the losing reward, I feel like should be, if it's gonna be capped content, which I hope it won't, but if it's capped content, the losing reward should be equal to an hour of grinding, because it needs to be worth it to go into this game mode. So let's say it takes the 30 minutes he says it will, plus the prep, plus the queue time, right? We are on like what, 40, 45 minutes. So it should be at least the average grinding, or the reward for winning needs to be so high. Like, let's say you get 1 bill for a losing team and worth like 5 bill for winning team, right? So in this case, it, the average outcome is 2.5 bill or whatever. I don't know what people are making at the crazy in-game spots, because I'm not there yet, but you need to make it worth it. Which I just want to mention. Can we please make the well bosses relevant again? Like, most of them, it's like 30 million, 40 million, 50 million, with a 0.0001% drop rate for the actual relevant stuff. At this point, it's worth it to just grind it out and just buy whatever item you need from that well boss. It's usually like, instead you made this event where we just waste energy and you overflood the market and fuck up the economy. I don't agree with these like free handouts. So let's please let's make content relevant and fun.
No, exchange. I think I just typed mistype. This is in-game currency management tab. But please, they should have a really nice reward, because PA is just, being stubborn, just, give good rewards to the contents in the game. This content will be limited twice a day, and people should get proper rewards. They shouldn't feel like I'm griefing myself, even if they
Um, Griefing myself, I hear that a lot. Guys, you're not griefing yourself. You're playing a game, okay? Do whatever you find fun. But I do agree that the content you do should be worth it, which brings me back to old content relevant, or new game modes actually relevant, rather than just implementing something we don't really care about most of the time, right? I feel like this game mode would be fun. My version would probably look a bit different, but it's kind of similar to his. I think it's great. Like good job, Quendya. Like, amazing job. This is what everyone should be focused on, rather than all the Twitch drama and YouTube and dooming on the game. Constructive, and yeah, let's make the content relevant. Yeah.
lose, they shouldn't feel like I'm grieving myself, because they will spend around an hour maybe for this one, before the preparation, and at the end of the thing, it will take approximately an hour. At least it should be, even if
Yeah, exactly what I said, right? Like, you proposed a 30-minute game mode, but with the preparation and all the things, right? It should average out that it's worth it to go here and do this content. Um, like I said, non-capped content is always more complex to balance than capped content. It's easier to, so if you do make it capped, at least make it worth our while to go here. At the moment, AFK fishing and all the free stuff you give out, I feel like people that actually play the game should be rewarded. At the moment, people just log in to get your free stuff, and it might look good on paper, but once your stockholders catch on to what you're doing here, Polybus, it's not gonna be pretty. Like, I'm sorry. I love the game, so let's continue the positivity, and yeah, and be constructive. Again, I love what Quendya is doing here, so let's keep
I
going.
lose, it should give me around 1 hour grinding for my gear level, approximately. Not like the other outdated and bad rewards in the game. Overall, this game mode should offer people around these values in average, without rare item chance. These are the rare item chance, okay? And also, seal values shouldn't be included in it. For the low cap, if you win it, 2 bill worth pure silver, and if you lose it, 1 bill worth of pure silver. Mid cap, win 3 bill worth of pure silver, lose 2 bill worth of pure silver. No cap, uncapped ban, win 5 bill worth of pure silver, lose 3 bill worth of pure silver. Please let me know what you think about this game mode, how we can improve it. Do you think this game mode can bring some hype to the game? Prepared by me. If you watch me until this point on, like this video, let me know what you think, and also hype this forum topic in your.
So what I said earlier, guys, you don't need to like or dislike, but you need to react when YouTubers or other content creators do these things. It's not just Quendya. There are many people that come up with these things. You need to react to these things if you want real change, because the chances are that Perlabis listened to a random message on a forum post, versus someone who actually does this, there's a way higher chance that they listen to this rather than you complaining in game, in group chat, or anything else, right? Just react to it and be constructive about how you would do it, or you love the idea, or you don't like the idea, but put some constructive criticism and come with other solutions then, and let's fight for the game instead of just their dooming all the time. There is a lot of fundamental things that needs to be fixed, and the only way to really do these things is, yeah, if we do things like Quendya is doing here. So let's encourage that behavior and continue to do it, and he will be way more encouraged to continue this the more people that react to him. I'm reacting in a form of reaction video for you guys, what I think and what I like about it and don't like about it. But you could just do it with a comment or just hit a thumbs up or whatever, right? But yeah, no more dooming. Constructive, constructive, constructive.
Forum, EUNA, or I'll also just publish this one in Mina forum. You can just copy this one, and you can paste on your servers or regions forum also. I will try my best in the next few months to just bring some hype and give some ideas to our developers.
You can see he's even just putting his hand on his heart, right? Which is a sign, like some psychology here, that he actually cares. Like he cares about the game. So help him improve your game. He's doing this for the community. So you should appreciate it no matter if you agree or not. React to the content. I think the video is great. And yeah, thanks for this video, Quendya. I think great work, man. Like amazing work. So that would be all for me, and I will see you in the next one.